Dennis Hartlieb has been my dentist for a very long time. And what notified him that I needed some help was I fell asleep in the chair while he was doing some drilling. And he said, "I think you have a sleep problem." And I said, "I probably do." So he recommended that I go to a sleep clinic, get tested, and it turns out I have severe sleep apnea. And there are many ways you can treat that with a CPAP machine, various other things, but I opted for the oral appliance, which was the smartest move I've made ever, because it's changed my life. I probably hadn't had a good night's sleep in 20, 30 years, and suddenly with the sleep appliance, I could sleep through the night, started dreaming again, getting into deep sleep. It was, as I said, probably the best thing I've done recently. So I'd been a patient of Dr. Hartlieb's when he was in Winnetka, and those were nice offices. But these are much, much nicer offices. This is a terrific, bigger, more modern, very friendly. This is a nice place to come, which is hard to say about your dentist. The process for getting to the bottom of the problem was really very simple because Dennis knew what to do. And he said, "I'm going to recommend you go to a sleep clinic nearby," and help me figure out how to set up the appointment. So I set it up, I went, I stayed overnight, and in the morning they were able to tell me that you've got to get this treated, here are your options. And fortunately, Dr. Hartlieb is sort of an expert in sleep issues, and I came back to him to say these were the results, and he said, "Would you like to try the oral appliance?" And I said, "I very much would like to try that versus the CPAP machine, which is kind of clumsy." And he said, "It doesn't work for everyone. The oral appliance does not work for everyone, but it's worth a try." And for me, it's worked great. And in fact, I got it, and at one point a few years later it broke, and I didn't have one for a few weeks. I now have two, because I'm not going to go without it ever again. The reason the oral appliance works for me is it basically demobilizes my jaw at night so it doesn't move backwards, and that keeps the air passage open. And then you sleep. I think they told me when I had gone to the sleep clinic, you're literally waking up 200 or 300 times a night. You don't even know it, and you're never getting into deep sleep. And I knew the appliance worked because after I got it, I started dreaming again, and you dream when you're in deep sleep. And I hadn't had dreams for years. So it all kind of came together, and I feel better generally, a lot better. It affects your whole health. When you're not sleeping properly, it can lead to all other kinds of medical issues with your heart, increases stroke potential. I think it could affect diabetes. I mean, there's all kinds of things that aren't going right when you're not sleeping properly. So it's a lot more than, hey, I just don't want to be tired anymore. It's your general health.